Hi guys, how's it going? Today, I wanted to show you guys a quick little drawing lesson, and the theme you might be able to tell is kind of from my background right now. Can you guess what it is? Yeah, so we're going to do a little bit of underwater scene. But to be honest with you guys, I realized that I didn't have any paper since I'm just stuck at home. So I found a paper plate though, and then I looked at it and realized, you know what, this is it kind of reminds me of like a fishbowl. So I thought, hey, I could do a cool little drawing of a fish and make a little scene in the background of it being like it's in a fishbowl. So here's what I'm going to do. I like to sometimes start with something to trace. It kind of helps you organize your drawing a little bit more. So what I'm going to use is I found this tube here. It's from like a big paper towel roll, but you could also use a cap of something or whatever you want. So I'm going to put it right about there, and what I'm going to do is trace around it just like this. You don't have to follow along with me now because I'll try to post this on the YouTube channel if you don't have your materials, but I thought you might enjoy just to watch it quick because it's something you can apply yourself after this video is done. So here we have a little circle. Now, what can I do to make it look like a fish? There's a lot of things I could do, right? For one, we need an eye. So what if I make an eyeball right here? I'll make it kind of a big one because I want this to be kind of cartoony. Like that. And I'll put a pupil right there, and I'll leave a little white spot because sometimes a lot of cartoons have that little shiny spot in the eye. Okay? So my fish is going to be pointing this way. Do you want another thing I like to put on my fish? Big, goofy fish lips. Like this. Whoop, just by making a little circle and another little circle. It's starting to look more and more like a fish, isn't it? Now, how about we do a little fin here? I like to do a little fin like this. And how about a little side fin here? We'll give it a little bit of kind of texture, some ribs there. Okay? And then he needs a tail fin. So I'm just going to do a little design kind of like this. I'm running out of space, so I'm going to kind of squeeze it in a little bit. But there we have a simple little fish. You could add some more details if you want around the face, or if you want to do some scales. That's completely optional. Okay? But now, like I said, this is just a fish on a plate now. I kind of want to make it look like a fish bowl or something like that if I can. So what I'm going to do is, at the bottom, what's usually at the bottom of a fish tank? Anyone know? What do they have down there? Things. What do they have there, Bentley? Fins? Oh, yeah, on the fish there's fins, for sure. But a lot of times in the bottom of the tank, what they'll have is some gravel or sand. So I'll just put a little bit of a wavy line here to represent like a pile of sand and stones. I'll put some little dots here if you can see that. It's looking good, huh? Just like that. Some different designs. What else would be down there? Isabella, I see your hand up. Oh, yeah. Sometimes they have a little castle or sometimes like a treasure chest down there or something. Yeah. I'll kind of make it look like it's small and in the background behind him. How about I put it right over here? Oh, and it's going to be kind of tilted over a little bit. Okay. That's a goofy little castle, but it'll work for now. Okay. And maybe, how about some seaweed and stuff too? Let's do that. So I'll put some seaweed here just by doing some wiggly lines. I can have some of these overlap the fish if I want, going in front like that. I can have some of them go behind him. I'll make a really long one here that goes behind him and comes out this end like that. I'll do a couple more so it doesn't look too lonely up there. And there we have a little fish. And what about this? What if we also do, let me zoom in a little bit for you guys down here. Get a little bit closer. I can do some bubbles. A lot of times they have bubbles on there. Do a little shiny spot. And look at this. This is all, I don't have a fancy canvas. I don't have a nice piece of art paper. I'm just using a paper plate right now, okay? And it's starting to look pretty nice. And now what I'll do is I'll put a little waves of water at the top of the bowl, okay? And now I have what's starting to look like a little fish tank. Maybe I'll even, I wasn't planning on doing this, but what if I do this? I'll put the edge of the bowl on. And you guys are watching this live. Can you believe it? Takes just a little practice. And if you need any inspiration too, as long as you have your parents are around, you have permission to be on the computer, just Google cartoon fish, and you'll see a bunch of different ideas and inspiration for how to make your fish. And again, don't forget, I started off just by tracing this circle. So we just used a basic, simple shape to be able to make what I think is a pretty cool little fish drawing. You can draw it all at your level, whatever you want, or whatever your style and inspiration are. Some people like to make their art more cartoon looking. Some people like to make their art more realistic looking. You can do whatever your little art desires. Should we name this little guy? What should his name be? Yeah, type him in. I'll take a look here. Bob. Oh, Bob's a good name. What else do we have here? How about Mr. Kreutinger Jr.? It could be that. Chubsley. I like Chubsley. Chubsley. I think that's funny. That sounds like a good cartoon type name. So we'll name this little fish Chubsley. And if you try to do this at home, boys and girls too, you can leave it black and white like this. But the next step you could do is to add color using whatever you have. If you have something, you could use crayons, colored pencils, paint, really whatever you would like to use. Or again, like I said, if you don't have anything, that's fine. It's fun just to do black and white color drawings as well. So cool. It was so nice to see all your faces. I got to peek in for a minute or two before the art lesson, and I saw you guys working hard, and I'm so impressed. All right, well, have a nice day, guys. Bye. Bye.